What up, guys and girls? My name's Joy, and figured I'd talk about the Nightlife event today. So, last night I put in some work. I know. I didn't get the Vectron mount, which I'm okay with, or the decorate. I still have to get like these things to finish this event, but I'm gonna tell you guys what I did when I played this event and how I went about it. So, the Nightlife event in Star Wars is basically gambling with in-game credits. So, like gold in WoW, you would play it at a casino in the game in WoW if it were an event in WoW, and you gamble your credits away if you have too many. I only had, when I started the event, I had 500k, and then I had my other character sell some stuff on the GTN. So I spent about 1.5 million credits on this event. Now, here's what happened. So early on with the first 500, and I'll show you guys this because I still have some tokens on what I did. Basically I bought all the smuggler tokens I could for 500k. That's the first thing I did. So 500k flat, buy a bunch of smuggler tokens. But then I went to slots. Now I didn't go to the main casino area, like the one where all the prizes are, because there's a lot of people there, and so a lot of machines are going to be used. So I went to the lower promenade one, and I played on that one. And surprisingly, there were a few people that did show up over there, but they weren't. It wasn't as many people as like in the big casino, So I didn't have to worry about machines getting snagged up or anything, and that's where I went. And what I do is I bought a bunch of smuggler tokens, and I just started gambling on the smuggler machines to the left. And then I used the kingpin ones on the left side as well, right across. Like, so all you have to do is turn around and go straight there, and there's some kingpin machines right there. And so what you do in this event, and what I recommend doing, is when you do play the kingpin machine, because I've watched a couple YouTubers during this event mess this up, and I mean, they probably have learned how to play the game, the Nightlife event now, but when you start out, a lot of people don't mention this in the video, so I figure I'll mention it here. When you start out this event, and you get the lucky buff, and you have a kingpin token. So what I did was, even if I got the lucky buff, I still kept playing the smuggler machines to get more kingpin tokens, because I wanted to have extra rolls in case, the machine got a red roll or whatever. So a red roll means you don't win anything, you don't get any prizes or loot. In fact, you just wasted a kingpin coin. So same for the smuggler machines as well. If you roll a red roll, then it's, like the red ring of death on Xbox 360, then it's, it's a dead roll. You're going to lose your token or whatever that you use to make that roll. Now, on the kingpin machines, if you get a green roll, you always get a kingpin token back. So what I did was I saved a bunch of kingpin tokens up. I think I had at one point I had 14 kingpin tokens just sitting in inventory. Because I was playing the smuggler machines until I kept winning more kingpins, and then I would keep getting the lucky buff. And I kept doing this for a while, and just playing the smuggler machines with the lucky buff, I was still getting golden certificates. Not as many as maybe a kingpin machine, but I was getting a decent amount. I think I made 20 certificates off the smuggler machines, just playing those. And so I needed 10 more to get the rancor mount. So my goal was to save 30 certs and get the rancor mount. And then we'll explain how I got the bodyguard pet. So once I got 20 certificates, I decided, with all the kingpin tokens I had saved up and the feeling lucky buff, at this point we're into the other million credits I had, to go over to the machine and test my luck. So a couple rolls in, I'm losing some kingpin tokens. Other times I'm getting, I'd get a reward and then say golden certificate, jackpot, and then the buff goes away. So once you win a jackpot on a kingpin machine, the lucky buff does go away. So you have to go back to a smuggler machine and get the buff again, which kind of sucks, but it doesn't keep you rolling at the same thing. So a lot of people, some people in some videos have mentioned that, but I wanted to clarify that once you do win a jackpot, regardless of the machine, smuggler or kingpin, you do lose the buff and you have to get the buff again because you got a jackpot. So So what happens is I played the Kingpin machines for a while. I think I won like 5 more golden certs, eventually getting another, the 10 that I needed for the rancor. And then I kept trying again to get another jackpot. And before I got like the last certificate, I won a jackpot and I won the bodyguard. So I was at 29 certificates out of 30 and I won the bodyguard. And I was like, okay, that's not really what I wanted. And I know a lot of people go crazy for this bodyguard thing they added, but I'm not really big on like the whole companion system in the game. I mean, compared to like the old days with the companions from the 1 to 50 storyline, I just don't see the appeal. With the newer ones and Knights, I miss my old companions personally. But it is a cool companion. It's basically the green looking pig guy from Jabba's palace when Luke chokes the green dude with like force choke or whatever. From that scene, it's one of those green looking big bucktooth type of aliens. And that's your bodyguard, right? That's your companion. So he's pretty cool, but again, it's not like, I guess if you're an RPer, it would be something you'd like, but for me, it's just, man, I'm a mount collector. That's all I've ever really been. Mount and outfit guy. And maybe like, color crystals or something stupid. But, so, we get the Gamorrean bodyguard at 29 certificates. I roll again, and I eventually do get another certificate. And then I'll go through this as well, because there's a method that I was using, and at times it works, and at times it's actually really bad to try. And the method I was using was, when I was playing the slots, my machine, the PC I play on, was kind of like lagging out a bit. Nobody was around me, and I was like, why is it lagging out? And sometimes when you roll on a machine too, at least when I did this, the game would hide the roll. Like it would hide the spinny thing on the console that you just rolled on, and then it would come back. And sometimes that console would actually be like a jackpot console when it did that. It was really weird. I don't know. It was crapping out on me. I don't know what's going on. But so there's a method for the smuggler machines. I'm gonna get into that. What you can do is, because every time you click on a smuggler machine, you'll notice your bar for your abilities, where your abilities are. It'll start doing like a global cooldown for hitting the slot machine. Now you could just wait for that to finish, wait for every machine to reset, and just click it once, But I actually found out that if you double click the machines, it like makes the machine spin a lot faster, right? And so you don't know what it's going to land on. But when I was just normal clicking it with the one click, I was getting a shit ton of smuggler tokens, but I wasn't getting any kingpin ones. When I double clicked at times, I was getting a shit ton of kingpins, and sometimes I'd get red rolls as well. I mean, that's the risk you take for higher rewards. But I was getting a shit ton more kingpins. On top of that, I was getting golden certificates like crazy sometimes for the double click. And then if I started losing a bunch with the double click, I would go back to a single click. And so that is the method I used. I think it really helped my chances. Again, I'll go back into the game later today at some point. I'm probably going to take a nap first and eat lunch because I'm kind of tired. But maybe tonight I'll go in and we'll try to win this and I guess get these two. I'm not really interested in those two, but that one would be nice to get that. Maybe a decoration. And because I still have like 500k out of the 1.5 left. So technically I really only spent $1 million, but I still have another like 500k to buy coins, and I'll go through it tonight, and I'll show you guys where I play and what I do. And I'll record it for a bit and show you, but pretty good rolls so far for the event. I was really happy. I pretty much got everything this event had to offer, minus the Vectron mounts, which again to me there's something about these mounts that doesn't appeal to me, like the Vectron mounts. Like the Rancor is cool. I like the Rancor. But everything else is just meh. So, I don't know. Like I said, I might go back and just try to finish it for the legacy stuff. But I mean, I'm not really a big fan of the Vectron mounts, especially when I have the Dothmir Rancor and the Kingpin Rancor now. So I mean, there's just no point to really getting those. I'm not going to use them. But like I said, we'll try tonight. We'll see if we can get them. Maybe we'll get another bodyguard. And people can be jelly over that. But yeah, that's my nightlife event. So what I would recommend doing is don't try to win the rancor mounts if you don't have it in the event. Just play the slots. Um, again, try to double click, see if that helps your luck and helps you get more kingpin tokens, and then save up 30 certs and buy the rancor, and then anything else that you're not using certificates. Like, because to me, this event is more beneficial now than what it used to be, right? Like back in the day, you couldn't just buy the rancor, you had to win it. Now you can actually buy it. So a lot of prizes can be bought with certificates, so you don't really need to win them off the thing. You just need to get the certificates from the machines, which if you do it right, when you play the kingpin machines, you'll be fine. But like I said, once you win a jackpot, the feeling lucky buff will disappear and you'll have to get it again. So don't keep rolling. Do not keep rolling on a kingpin machine without the feeling lucky buff, especially after you win a jackpot. So make sure you're watching your bar. Don't watch the machine when you roll at the kingpin machine. Just have your mouse on the machine, click the machine, let it roll, watch the buff. The moment the buff goes away, you've won a jackpot, okay? And then go back to a smuggler machine and repeat the process. But I was winning last night, jackpots on the machines like crazy. It was fucking retarded. I actually had one guy in the same vicinity as me, and he was watching me play for a while. I don't know if he was jealous, reporting me, or what, but he was just standing there because he was like, damn, this guy won a ton of jackpots. If you know what you're doing, you can win quite a bit. But again, you really only need certificates to really make the most of this event. But I'll go back in tonight with the rest of the coins I have and the 500k I have left for this event that I wanted to spend. And we'll try to win this mount and maybe buy the decoration. Again, I'm not too thrilled about these two. I don't really care. But if I can get the certificates, I'll grind it out and maybe put some gameplay up of what I'm doing to win, so you guys can see that. Anyways, guys, my name is Joy. Let me know if you want to see that down in the comments if you would want me to share that with you. And then I haven't done the Bounty Hunter event yet, or the Rackle one. I'm not really interested in those two, but I don't know. Maybe if I get bored enough, I'll bother. Maybe I'll do a hyper crate opening though later, depending on the next crate. I wasn't really a big fan of the current crate right now. I'm actually waiting for another direct sale item as well. So I'm trying to see if they'll bring back the Revan Reborn outfit to the direct sale. Because if they do, I'll buy that. But not much I really want out of a hyper crate at the moment. So with that said, guys, manage to enjoy. Have a good one. Take care.